Yeah, so we've been around for some time now, about 14 years, and we were founded by two individuals, Udi Meirav and Israel Beran, both PhDs in different fields, physics and biotechnology actually, but they were interested in what was going on in buildings. And they were looking at concepts around healthy buildings and also building efficiency. And what they learned, being outsiders, is that buildings spend a lot of energy conditioning outside air, which is brought into buildings to maintain indoor air quality. And they thought, well, that's an interesting way to maintain indoor air quality. Why can't we just clean the air that's already in the building so we can use it again and again? And this is interesting because buildings, if we think about the climate change, buildings are a significant contributor to global carbon emissions, about 40%. And a big chunk of that is in the operational side of buildings, not just the construction of buildings, but the operation of buildings. And within the operation of buildings, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, or HVAC, is one of the biggest energy users, particularly in climates where you have hot summers and cold winters, a lot of humidity. But across the board, it's a major, in most cases, the largest energy user in buildings is the HVAC system. And so Udi was looking at this, what was going on in buildings, thinking about how do we make buildings healthy, how do we maintain indoor air quality, and realizing that the way we're doing that is by essentially flushing the building multiple times a day. The building standards, if you actually follow the ASHRAE standard, it essentially requires you to replace the full volume of the air in a commercial office building about 20 times a day with outside air to maintain indoor air quality. So his whole question was, well, why can't we accomplish that by cleaning the air already in the building? So in the cold wintertime, we don't have to heat up all this outdoor air, or in the hot summer, we don't have to cool down all this outside air and dehumidify it. So that was the challenge that he set out to solve. Why can't we clean the air in the buildings already? For inspiration, he said, well, how do we do this in submarines? How do we do this in spaceships? You can't bring in outside air in space. You can't bring in outside air when you're underwater. And what he learned is that they use a sorbent media-based technology, to clean the air that's already in the building and reuse it. So we said, well, let's figure out how to do that in commercial buildings. And that was really the, if you will, the eureka moment for Enverd, sort of why Enverd came about. It was trying to solve this problem. How can we design ventilation systems with air cleaning that allows us to clean and reuse the air already in the building so we don't have to spend all this energy conditioning and moving outside air to maintain indoor air quality?